Hey you guys, it's your girl AJ, the Glamour Witch, and I am back for another video. So today I am here with my girl Tara.
Hey y'all.
Yay! And we are doing a little bit of a different spell today. Now I know I'm doing my Love Magic series, and we're going to continue to do that. We're going to take a small break because the world is taking a small break right now, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like this ritual is something that we all need. So today's ritual is going to be a psychic link spell. This spell is going to allow you to have, exactly what I said, a psychic link with your loved ones, your friends, that goes beyond your phone and whatever is going on, so that you can have a deeper connection with them. And also, when things are going on, chaos, you can actually send messages to them through your dreams, or, you know, it'll show up in a lot of different ways. So there's a long process to this, and we're going to walk you through each and every step. But if you want to learn how to do your very own psychic link spell,
just keep watching.
So we have you zoomed in now, and this part is going to be making our herbal blend. So we are going to be putting together a couple of different herbs here into this blender. I'm going to go very quickly because there's a lot of other things we want to do for this. So let's get started. First herb that you're going to want to use is Yerba Ursi Leaf. Yes. Uva, whatever the case may be. And this is for exactly what we're doing, psychic connection, and to enhance psychic development and intuition. Next, we're going to put in Yerba Santa, and I always want to put a little bit of a protection element to this. This also is really great for calling in spirits, ancestors, so it's used in spiritual work and in connecting to the spirit realm. So we're gonna add just a little bit of that as well. Next, I'm gonna have Tara put in some Dandelion. Now, most people don't realize that Dandelion is actually really great for divination, tarot, tea leaf readings, scrying, and things of that sort. And that all is linked to your third eye chakra and opening you up to being able to read and listen to messages. And so that's what this whole thing is about, is being able to draw on the energy that will allow us to attune to the frequencies or the energetic wave that is being emitted to us from one another.
It's really funny. It also says urinary tract infections.
Yeah, urinary tract infections. So like if you wanted to take it as like a tea.
Herbal remedy.
Yeah. So the next one we're going to be using is Gota Kola. Now the reason why we're using Gota Kola is it's meant for meditation, but it brings you into a trance-like state. Because we're going to be using this herbal blend for multiple different things, we want it to help assist us to come into our, you know, physical bodies and to kind of ground and center. Even though we will be like kind of, you know, up in the head space, we still want to be able to get into that trance vibration. So we're gonna add some of that into the blend. Cute. She cute out here. I'm adding a lot of that.
3 spoonfuls.
Yes.
Y'all.
Next, we're going to add in passion flower. Passion flower is great for sleep and for peace. This will help assist us in the dream state. So if you are wanting to communicate, if you do better communicating while you're asleep, a lot of people do because you're unencumbered by your own conscious mind and you're not worried about certain things, or, you know, questioning what messages are coming through. This will help you to sink deeper into that peaceful state and to be able to receive those messages. Next, we're going to use yarrow flower, and this is great for, people use this for love, and they also use it for divination. Same thing, accessing and opening our third eye chakra so that we can receive and send messages. Next is Meadowsweet. Meadowsweet in this blend is going to serve as a small protection element, but also Meadowsweet is really great for friendship work, and because me and her are friends, we want to add that in, that bond, that connection, that link. But if you were doing this with your love partner, maybe you could still add Meadowsweet. You could add, you know, a bunch of different types of love herbs to this blend to deepen that connection with your loved one based off of whatever that relationship is. Next, we're going to do jasmine. Now, back in the day, they used to use jasmine as a way to have psychic visions. So they would burn jasmine or they would smoke jasmine, and it's said to help create, you know, visions and, you know, some say hallucinations, but all the same.
Just tapping into that other place.
Yes, indeed. Next, we're going to put in catnip. Catnip this is much different, what we're using this for. This is to bring us into a trance state, euphoria, and also to just kind of remove any like inhibitions or any fears or anything that's maybe stopping the flow from coming in. The catnips will kind of like help to usher that in and flow the psychic link to one another. Next is Eyebright. You can't see it from here. Again, great for clarity, great for mental strength and mental power, as well as clearing the mind so that the messages can come through. We're gonna add
that Ace of Swords vibe.
Yes. Next, we're going to add in lavender. I was like,
here we are, lavender flowers.
Lavender is great for peace, relaxation, but also tranquility. Whenever you're delving into these spaces of going into the higher realms or going into the higher level of the chakras, you're really going to want to make sure that you're maintaining this sense of peace within yourself. Any form of discomfort, dis-ease, whatever, can truly mess up the psychic link. And when you're starting the ritual, you want that to be as strong as it can, and you want to be as peaceful in that as you possibly can be. Next, we're going to add in a little bit of rose. And rose, same thing. I like to add rose in for protection, but I also like it as like oh, that was a big chunk of rose. Okay. Well, I guess that's all we needed. She wanted to come out. I like to add rose in there to strengthen the bond and the link between the individuals, and to bring that loving energy and vibration into the space. It's very healing as well, especially when you're trying to send messages, you know, of love and support. It really keeps that vibration passing back and forth. Next, we're going to add in fresh rosemary. I got this at Trader Joe's. The last of whatever was left. So we're just gonna
battlefield.
I know, that place is crazy. We're gonna add just a few sprigs. Now, rosemary is great for increasing feminine power and feminine energy. It also serves to protect, and I don't want anything else coming in and interfering with this, you know, connection. Nobody else on the line, you know, while we're making this phone call. So we are adding that in here. Ooh, it smells good. You can smell that?
Incredible. So fresh.
So I'm gonna have you put in the frankincense. On my channel, you know, I use frankincense, myrrh, and dragon's blood in pretty much every spell. This is going to serve to boost the spiritual element of our working, and to increase the magical energy of the spell as well. And then same thing with myrrh. It's also, they just go well together. And because we're doing this in twos, like we're doing this as a group, you know, together, I think it's great to do pairings of things. And last but certainly not least, this is my own personal blend of power and psychic herbs. And this has a bunch of other different things that I've made and accumulated over time. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of that. That's my own personal blend. If you don't have this, that's fine. You can use all these things. You can use some of these things. Whatever works for you. You know how it is on this channel. Do what you feel is in your highest and, you know, greatest good for your ritual. Ooh,
it smells yummy.
Yeah, it does. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so now I'm going to add in some oils. So here I have my own psychic and intuition oil, and then I have an oil called Gypsy, and this is from, oh my gosh, I'm gonna butcher the name. It's called Gullah, Geechee, Conjure. I will link, I'm so sorry, I will link this shop in the description box below, and you guys can actually go and check her out. She has really great oils and candles on her site. I love this for doing tarot readings and for doing any type of divination work, also for doing Reiki or anything where I'm going to have to be sending things energetically back and forth. So this is something that you want to add to the blend. Now, we're going to just do a couple of drops. We don't need a bunch, but we want it to be in there. And you can skip this step if you don't have anything. If you have some psychic oil, you can also add in lavender essential oil, if that works for you. Ooh, wow. A little shimmer in there too. And we are ready to blend this bad boy up. Okay. So the next portion of this is we're going to make like a small like cleansing bath, and this is going to be something that we rub our hands and we're going to anoint ourselves with right on the forehead as well as on the back of the neck. So we're going to add our blend. This blend is going to be used in different parts, so you're going to want to make sure you have like a decent batch. But first we're going to add this to our charcoal. Get that burning a little bit. There we go. Ooh. All right, so we are adding this.
Oh, it smells lovely.
Oh yeah, that's, ooh. I wish there was smell-o-vision right now. Cause this shit smells so bomb.
Wow, I can smell that fresh rosemary.
Yeah, it's like, it's activating too. You can kind of feel it.
I can feel it moving through my body. I'm like having a little bit of a tingle.
Yeah. Ooh.
I can feel the tingling in my shoulders and my neck.
Okay. I'm gonna hold a little bit extra on this coal. I love the way that smells. Ooh. All right. Whew. Now I'm gonna have Tara pour some of the water into this blend. Okay. And so we're just going to bless and activate this. We're going to set our intention over this, that it serves to cleanse and purify us and activate our third eye chakra for this ritual. This next part, we're going to dip our hands into the water. We're going to take a little bit in our hands and kind of cover our hands in this blend. So just to preface this, everything that's been used here has been cleaned and sanitized, and you should be doing this if you're sharing this with somebody else. I just want to let you guys know that that's what's happening here. So we are going to dip our hands into this. We're going to cleanse it, and then we're going to put some on the back of our neck, and we're going to do one line over our forehead, doing kind of like a straight line down in between the eyebrows. So, okay.
I feel like we're like mixing and activating it.
I know.
That's what we're doing this too.
You can smell that rosemary. Wow.
That's like really strong.
Okay.
I love that.
Back of the neck. Ooh. And then one. Okay, you guys, so we are bringing you back so that you guys can see this part of the ritual. So we have set a candle here. We have a white pillar candle. We made this candle, so if you just have a regular plain white pillar candle, it doesn't matter. It could be a tea light, whatever you have in your home. I dressed it with the herbs that we just made, a little bit of lavender, and then I also kind of protected it with the rosemary. Again, because we are females, we are bringing in that feminine energy to protect us, also to enhance our abilities and our power. So that's why I have it here. So once we start this ritual, we will start it by lighting the candle, and then everything else will transpire after that. So before we get into that, I wanted to talk to you about a couple of different things. So we have a amethyst crystal grid here. There are 6 crystals here altogether, but if you only have one, that's fine. But I've programmed these crystals to kind of amplify that energy, and as we continue to pick up that pace, they will serve to increase the energy and flow. If you don't have amethyst, that's fine, but I would get an amethyst even if it's just one piece, or a ring, or a tumbled stone, or whatever the case may be. Next, we have 2 tarot cards here. We have the High Priestess, and this is from the Mystic Mondays tarot deck. And we have the 2 of Cups. The reason why we're doing the High Priestess is because she represents mysticism, magic, the spirit realm, tapping into your third eye, and connecting to the unseen. It's a very mystical card, and the reason why we picked the Two of Cups is because we are partnering, we are sharing, we're coming together in a union, and it's that energetic flow. And also water has a very deep connection to the psyche and psychic connection and link. So we have those two cards to bring in that energy. We also have our oils here as well. If you wanted to anoint your candle with it, like I did, you can do that as well. We have our cauldron here burning, and let's jump into the next part. So you don't have to have these things to do the rest of this ritual, but this is how we're doing it. If you want to do it how we're doing it, I'm gonna tell you how we're doing it. So the first book that we're using is from the Gallery of Magic. The Gallery of Magic is a group of individuals, magical practitioners that have really great informational books that I use a lot in magic work. And this is Words of Power. And we are going to be using the Know What Someone Is Thinking, Words of Power. And it basically, there's a whole thing when you get it. You're going to read off this, you're going to read the book, and it's going to teach you how to read this. I don't have time to go over with you guys, so buy the damn book, or whatever. Or you can skip this part if it doesn't mean that much to you. If you want to, this is going to be used as our chant and our incantation, but if you don't have this, you don't have time to get this, you can always chant Om. Om is the chant for the third eye chakra, and it's very easy, very simple, and there's also hand motions you can do as well.
There's mudras.
Mudras, yes. So you can get creative with this, but it should be something that you and that person can chant together. So we have this here. We also will be using the Sigils of Power. This is 111 magical sigils to change and control your life, also from the Gallery of Magic. This is just a great book to have on hand if you're a practicing witch. Sigils are already there, and it teaches you how to program them, and you don't need to have candles or anything else. We're just adding it to this so that we can heighten and boost the effects of this. We're going to be using Connect Psychically with Another Sigil. So this one is something you're going to have to get from the book. I can't give this to you like as like a separate link because, you know, that would be fucked up for them. Anyways, so if you guys want to access this and add these two to your witchy arsenal, I highly suggest these two books. They're fantastic. So moving right along, these two will be focus points. Next, we're going to take it a step further to link our energy, and Tara is going to draw the third eye chakra symbol on both of our hands, on my right hand and on her left hand, and we will be holding hands. Now, before we start this, because I know somebody's gonna say some shit, okay? We got hand sanitizer, motherfuckers, all right? It's sold out everywhere, okay? But we got it, okay? So we will be sanitizing our hands. You will see us sanitize our hands before we start to grab each other's hands. But she's going to write the symbol. We're going to sprinkle a little bit of our powder into our hands. And we will hold each other's hands while we are chanting and staring into the sigil. And you'll see the whole thing happen in these next couple of minutes. But I just wanted to guide you through that because I'm not going to be talking for the rest of the time. So, without further ado,
it's starting.
Yeah, it's starting now. Shit.
Okay.
All right. So, Tara, take it away.
Yes. Okay. So we're going to. Are we going to sanitize our hands first?
Yes, we are going to sanitize our hands first.
Do that.
See this?
Getting all those germs and viruses and rendering them useless. And for basically also reinforcing the protection in which we want to imbue our ritual and kind of like energetic linkage with. So now I will take a brush, and I believe this is what we're going to be using.
Dragon's blood.
The dragon's blood.
This is dragon's blood ink, and I got this from. It's called the Beach Witch. She has a Etsy account. I will also link her Etsy account onto the description box. But this is going to like actually be on our hands. Like this is going to stain. And luckily, Tara is an artist, so if I was doing this shit, it might be a complete mess. But she is going to grace us with her talents and her gifts.
I haven't used this before. This is very exciting.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. You're seeing it live right now.
Let's see how this goes. So it's gonna be like this. Ooh, it's really pretty.
Ooh. All right, so this is the symbol. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm gonna bring it closer. I'm gonna get it.
She's gonna give you a little close up.
I'm gonna attempt to get up. Here is the symbol. This is the third eye chakra symbol that we were putting on our hands. And it doesn't matter which hand it is, it's just we want it to be the hands that we're gonna be holding each other with, so just keep that in mind.
This is what they look like.
Make sure that's closed all the way because that will stain the entire table.
Let's not do that.
Yeah, we don't need that.
Oh wow, mine's really bleeding. Hello. I think that's a good thing though. It's like, I feel like it's like kind of an activation.
Yeah, you did a great job. I would not have done this well, honestly, for being 100%.
Yours looks really good.
I would not. It's easy to, I feel like it's easier to paint on other people than
someone else
than paint on yourself. Now, I wouldn't, I mean, you could use a marker, but I wouldn't do that. You could use like paint, I guess.
Yeah, you can use paint.
But this is like, this is spell work.
Paint.
Yeah, non-toxic paint. This is spell work Dragon's Blood ink. It's been, you know, empowered and charged and blessed. So, of course, we want this to be a part of our situation. So, you want to do a little test, a little hand-to-hand test.
Oh, she's transferring a little bit.
She's still a little wet. Starting here. We're going to focus our attention to psychically link with one another, no matter where we are. We did it, you guys!
That was really intense.
I know, especially the chanting. So,
yeah. Hello.
The power of this spell, because we are going to be separated from each other, we will both be, we'll both have this symbol wherever we are, and for the next 2 days, since today's the first day, we'll stare at this, we'll text each other like, hey, I'm staring at this sigil for like 5-10 minutes or something like that, and we'll do it over 3 days, and then the ritual is done. So if you were together, like if you're in quarantine, you could do this for 3 days, keep the candle lit, snuff out the candle when you're done with the ceremony, and then it is done. Amazing.
Thank you so much for like just doing it.
Yeah,
like,
this is
wow,
great.
I feel very honored.
So we'll keep you guys updated on like the energetic links and how it shows up. So it might come up as dreams. It could be finishing each other's sentences. It could be thinking of each other and then texting each other at the same time. Having signs, little inklings and thoughts that feel like they're not yours. Things of that nature. So we'll keep you guys updated in the comment section below. And then also if you're following me on my Instagram, then I'll keep an update as well. On how this whole thing is going for us. But yeah, let us know if you guys did this ritual, if you liked it. Again, I will have everything linked in the description box, so if you want to get these books and you want to figure out how to do this whole thing, you can. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please take care of yourself. Be safe. You know, we're gonna wash our hands after this and do the whole kit and caboodle.
You know it.
But don't let this stop you from being connected to people. I know it's a very terrifying time to be alive right now, But you don't have to be afraid to be close to people. You don't have to be afraid to do things. And this is a safe way to connect with someone. And even when you're apart from them and you do have to socially distance yourself, you can still have an energetic link to them and feel as though they are with you. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.
Yay!
Yay!